Alright, welcome back to the channel, everybody, whoever's coming back. Today we're just taking a quick drive in the coupe, just to show you guys what it's like to drive this car, if you're considering it, or just to see what a manual version is. It's a 2014 Kia Forte Koup with the 1.6 liter turbo. It's the SX version. The SX version is the only one where you can get the 1.6 liter Gamma turbo motor. You can get the Forte 5, which I really wish I would have gotten in the SX model, and it would also come with the 1.6 liter turbo, obviously with 2 more doors and a hatchback. This is the 2-door version, and but it's a fun car. I like it nonetheless. It's a nice car. Kia rates it at 201 horsepower. Obviously that's more than likely at the crank, so probably looking at 170, 180 to the wheels, probably around that, maybe even less, who knows. But it does feel quick. It's probably one of the quickest cars I've had. I've even had my most modified car was an 07 Focus with crane stage 2 cams, an intake, full exhaust, header back, bunch of suspension modifications, and then poly mounts all the way around. It felt like a go-kart. That's probably one of my most fun cars to drive, and the car that I learned the most on. But this car is fun nonetheless. Like I said, it's got 201 horsepower, 1.6 liter. It's the same engine that like the Soul and all the regular Forte use. If it says 1.6, it's the same motor basically. Just has a turbo attached to the exhaust side. As you can see, the gauges, they're pretty nice. I like the white gauges. Everything's white. Just a couple of things are red, like the time and a couple other things. It does have a backup camera. Some people say that the screen is small, but to me, I mean, you could still make out something if something's there. It has auto folding mirrors, which is very nice. As soon as you lock the car, they fold in automatically. As soon as you unlock it, they unfold automatically. Then obviously you have your mirror adjustment, lock, unlock, and then both windows are auto up, auto down. On the steering wheel, stereo controls, cruise control, you can move through information on your car with these buttons on the bottom right. You can change your trip meter and stuff like that, and then your Bluetooth controls are on the bottom left. This car also does come with adaptive steering, which is very nice. You have 3 settings. Let's see here. We have Sport, which we're in right now. I don't know if you can make that out. Then we have Comfort, and then we have Normal. The way the book reads is that Sport is, they recommend Sport for like highway driving, Normal for, you know, regular city driving, and then Comfort for parking lot driving. Obviously, if you know you're not big and burly and you like the Comfort, obviously, you know, you can use it whatever. But the way I feel Comfort is, it's just way too twitchy for me, so that's the reason why I leave it on Sport. It makes it nice and heavy to go around corners and have a little fun with the car. Unfortunately, living down in Southwest Florida, this is pretty much 99% of the roads in this area is straight shot. You make a left or right, and that's it. There's no real curves or anything like that. So, but anyways, AC, obviously, got a compartment that actually has a little door that you can close and cover, and then it's got a USB port that hooks to the stereo, and then 2 12-volt X cigarette lighters are in there. They're X cigarette lighters because no one smokes anymore, so they're 12-volt power outlets. This car also does, I can't show you while I'm driving, but it does in the glove compartment have the famous Kia Glovebox Cooler. So there's a little knob in there like thing. You turn it to either open it or close it, and it'll actually keep the contents in your glove box cool. It has a little duct from the actual AC, so that's kind of nice. Right here you'll see This is my dash cam, so if you see any videos uploaded of my dash, of my driving, that's where this is coming from. This is the exact same camera that I have, you can see right here. It's just a Mobius action camera. Real simple, easy to use. Maybe I'll do a video on that soon. And this is just a little heat sink on the bottom of it from a computer, just to keep it cool. Up here you got your sunglass holder, map lights. Like I said, mine's a 6-speed manual, same engine and transmission as the Veloster, so this is actually a Cosmo short shifter for a Veloster that I put in. I'm thinking about doing the reverse lockout delete, but I'm not 100% sure yet. This is just the base SX, unfortunately, so I don't have HID. I wish that was probably the only option that I wish I had. But other than that, like you can tell, it's a nice smooth car. We're going at, you know, about 35, 40 miles an hour, you know, just under 40 now, slowing down. But it can get up and go, and it will get out of its way if you ask it to. I have a 845 Motorsports downpipe on this car, and then I have an AEM cold air intake, which I shortened to a short ram air intake. And it does wonders for this car. So when I take off here in a second and I show the pickup of it, it's going to be a little bit louder than like a stock car if you were to go test drive it yourself. But one thing I do like, this car has a couple of settings. Like, it doesn't let you check them while you're driving and moving, but you can. It's like a basically what they call a flick. So you can actually hit the stalk and it'll actually blink for a set amount of times. I believe it's 1, 3, and 5. So you can actually just flick it really quick and the blinker will actually blink the set amount of times that you have, so that way you don't have to worry about hitting it, you know, like if you're going into a corner or turning or changing lanes, to where it's not going to deactivate the stalk. So that's a wonderful feature. My wife has it to where on her Optima it's either on or off, and the only count is 3. So I think mine is set to 5, and to me that's kind of a nice leisurely moving into a next lane. Obviously you have intermittent wipers. You've been watching them go as it's raining with the sun out in Florida, as always. Then you have the push button start, which a lot of the cars are now, and you have the keyless entry. You know, I just walk up to the car, mirrors unfold, I hit the little button on the door, car unlocks, get in, put the clutch in, hit the button, and we're off. So it's a pretty nice car, like I said, nice and quiet. Has, you know, the typical front suspension, McPherson strut suspension up front, I believe, if I remember correctly, and then it has torsion bar suspension, where some people say that kind of, you know, takes away from it, but I mean, it is what it is. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, they race Velosters and stuff like that, so obviously it's not that big of a deal. So you just got to get the Avila Motorsports torsion bar, and it'll be a lot different of a car. But this car also does have the UVU, which is really nice. I really like that. You can actually upload a bunch of songs into the hard drive, and then you pretty much hit media, and you can listen to all the songs without. I've never put a CD in this car. I've put a USB flash drive in. I've uploaded a bunch of songs, and then that's how I listen to music if I'm not listening to the radio. Up here you have the home link, which I have this attached to my garage, which is really nice and convenient, and then it's also got a compass up there. The seats have a cloth insert in the middle, and then kind of like a leather vinyl type of thing on the side. I don't think it's 100% genuine leather, just by the feel of it. But it does have a little bit of room in the back. I have 2 kids, and they fit back there pretty nicely. It is kind of a pain with it just being a 2-door, but beggars can't be choosers, and I pretty much bought this car just because I knew that the coupe was coming with a 1.6 liter. So let's come to a stop here. There's no cars behind us, and then you can see how loud this car is when I take off. So let's turn the AC off, that way we don't hear that. There is traction control too, but I've got it on right now. Just like that, we're at 65. So, and that was, I was shifting at, I believe, 5,500 or so. That's not even red line or anything like that. So, like I said, this car will get up and go. Let's turn the AC back on. Nice, even though it says 77, it's still kind of warm in here, especially with the sun beating on me through the windows. Like I said, it will get out of its way. I plan on trying to get to an autocross here soon. I don't know if that'll work out or not, but we'll see. This is just my work car, you know, my car for now, so I don't want to do too many things to it. I've got a set plan for this car. I want it to be not really a sleeper, but I want all the creature comforts and stuff like that. I mean, I've done the thing where, you know, I had, like I said, stage 2 cams and a Focus and poly mounts, gutted interior. I mean, loud as all get out, and I'm getting older. I have kids now, obviously, so gutted interior is not going to work. So I want it to have all the creature comforts, and I just want it to be quick when I want it to be quick, which is nice for a turbo car because I don't know if you can see it, but the computer is calculating 31.6 miles per gallon right now, which is wonderful. You know, my wife says I drive like a grandmother, but I do that to save gas, and you know, when I need to get up and go, I get up and go. You don't have to get up and go everywhere you go, so you might as well save gas in between point A and B, and you know, on the way to work, on the way home from work. You know, I'm sure there is times to play, and you know, you can do that like I just did. So, but this is just a quick driving video, like I said. Down here next to this is traction control over here, and then this is the dimmer for the dash gauges. But yeah, that's the car. I think it's pretty nice. It's probably one of the faster cars that I've had. You know, that's probably not saying much for, you know, people that have had a lot more powerful cars or whatever, but you know, it is what it is. I enjoy the car. It's got a nice feel. Everything's kind of nice and tight. I haven't really noticed anything of the Kia quality. You know, like sometimes you think of, you know, a Korean car or whatever, but I haven't had too many issues. I think the only thing I have right now with this car is I have a noise that comes from up here, which is just the wire from where I ran my dash cam. I think it flops against the headliner on the inside where I ran the wire. But as far as the car itself, I don't have any issues. Actually, you know what? Let me back that up. The only issue I've had with this car is the side skirts. They have little push clips, and then they have a screw that goes through the side skirt that actually secures it to the body of the car. There's about 2 on the passenger side, and probably about, I think, another 2 or 3 on the driver's side, where it looks like at the factory, they must have thought they got it in, but they actually didn't get it in the hole. So I actually had to take the screw out, take the clip off, then fish my hand underneath the side skirt, and then push it into the body, and then put the screw back on. Because I was wondering why my side skirts were looking a little warped from underneath, and that's what it was. So, I mean, that's just a manufacturing thing. It's probably, maybe the car was built on a Monday or a Friday, so, you know, people wanting to get out or people not wanting to be at work, but whatever. So that was my only complaint. This car was part of the infamous taillight issue that the coupes have been having for the 14 pluses. When you have the LED taillights, they have 2 bars, one on top, one on bottom, and either they'll flicker or they'll just stop working or intermittently work. First, my driver's side went out, and I actually took the taillight apart because there's a circuit board in there and everything to control the LEDs. and I thought I fixed it, and I didn't fix it, so I took it to Kia. They replaced it, and then like maybe 2 or 3 weeks later I had to take it in for the passenger side. But I guess it was a bad batch from what everybody's saying. They came from a specific warehouse and they identified it. So if you have a coupe, or I think it's a less number of Forte 5s that have the issue, but if you got it, Kia will cover it, and it's pretty hefty too. I think they're biting their tongue on it, but it's like, I think my service advisor said it was like $400 and some per taillight. So, but it is a warrantable issue, and they'll take care of it. And I think there's a technical service bulletin. It's not really a technical service bulletin. It's just like, hey, we know there's an issue, so if someone comes in, you know, it's a confirmed issue. You know, look at it really quick and order the taillight. But that's my quick drive video. I will be doing a quick drive video for my wife's Optima soon, a hybrid Optima. If you haven't seen how the gauges work in a hybrid or anything like that, that's a really unique car. I really enjoy that car, and I'm very fascinated by technology, and you know, lo and behold, that car is fully loaded with technology. If you've never driven a hybrid before, it's definitely an interesting experience. So I will be definitely uploading a video for that soon, to show people how, you know, the hybrid operates and stuff like that. So that'll be very interesting. So come back, look forward to that, and I'll have that uploaded soon. Alright, well, happy driving, and come back soon. Thank you.